9 out of 10 Crystal Skulls agree. Click like and subscribe to the Heavy Underground. Ooh, that one skull, let me tell you. With a citywide festival operating across several neighborhoods and spread over 4 days, 2018 Skullfest, number 10 for those counting at home, manages to keep a tight schedule. With a 9:30 p.m. start time, the day's opening afternoon salvo at the shop would be just wrapping up as the Goth-Punk hootenanny at Belvedere's got underway. With a flair for 80s goth, post-punk, and industrial, the night's lineup sets the stage for an evening of dank and clamoring darkened rock. From Pittsburgh's own gloom misanthropes Death Instinct and Boston's dusky femme fatale Sisters of Shadow to the one-man eclectic buoyancy of American nudism, the night's undercard presents a varied melange of pseudo-gothic and eccentric sonic exploration. Headlining the sordid affair, Detroit Ritual Howls brings an industrial edge to their bleak cinematic presentation to flesh out an intriguing lineup. Up first, Pittsburgh's own Death Instinct manifests echo-laden emanations on this August night. A five-song set showcases deft guitar trembles and a pulsing drum and bass motion from these etheric punks. A building and creeping instrumental intro echoes through the venue to open the show. Delving into the song Sacrifice, an insidious drive urges the song forward through an insistent harangue from the band. Echoing post-punk swells and shimmering guitar discord crash onto despondent musical shores as Death Instinct open a night of dark and shadowy rock explorations. Low-key goth swing and whispered cymbal work carry the song here to eternity. Post-punk emotive dissonance marks this haunting song before the next song unfurls from the stage. Understated and reserved, John's guitar and vocals simmer on the surface while a quick pulse leaps from James and Lynn on drums and bass respectively. The band's final song, a pensive goth dirge, closes Death Instinct's set just short of 20 minutes. Building to shallow cresting waves of glimmering treble, Death Instinct end their set with darkened grace. From the creeping introductory build to start their set to the band's closing moments of glimmering intonation, Death Instinct's brief 20-minute set opens the night in affecting fashion. Up next on the altar, Boston's Sisters of Shadow ascend the stage. A slow-moving swing, supported by Sister Midnight's synth work, drags the band's set to an instrumental start on the opening half of the first song. The aptly titled intro, Vigil, leads with guitar and synth conveying the listener through fog and danger-shrouded alleys, while Vigil, the song's second half, lurks with slow and steady attrition with an insidiously lo-fi crawl. Adding a bit of momentum, Beckoner picks up the pace just a bit from the opening song's slow swirling brew. Originally recorded for their 2017 demo, Beckoner reaps the benefits of the addition of the synthesizer, which adds a haze-shrouded density to the band's understated performance. The band's recently released Sisters of Shadow 81 EP features an updated recording of this track as well. An atmospheric, goth-bedazzled waltz follows with a new song titled Aranya, Spider, from the band's upcoming full-length. Hypnotic repetition throughout the song underlines Sister Midnight's engulfing synth, and a wistful lilt in Sister Frost's vocals adds a depth of sorrowful melody to Aranya's captivating gait. A stifled descent opens Ritual's brief 2-minute existence as Sisters of Shadow continue to deliver a mood-inflected set with another song that swings from the speakers in an entrancing manner. Thanking the crowd, the band turn next to their eponymously named song Sisters of Shadow. Delivering a spidery, almost joyful exaltation, the song Sisters of Shadow revels in a captivating mid-paced chug and inquisitive vocal melodicism. Ending their set with some more mid-paced propulsion, another new song, The Void, shuffles from the stage. Low-key vocal howling and buoyant bass from Lady Frost pushes the band's death rock forward. A desolate post-punk delivery accentuates the band's darkly emotive music with another slow-burning alley crawl. Low-key back alley gloom permeates Sister of Shadow's Skullfest set. Sweeping synth, cavernous guitar crawls, and Lady Frost's dreamily disinterested drawl create a simple yet unique Gothic punk ether for the band to drift through, all part of a well-balanced bill on the first night of Skullfest. Third on the bill, American Nudism make their, well, his entrance all the way from Olympia, Washington. Soul band member Gabriel Gutierrez delivers a set of relaxed musical lays from his one-man Slacker synth project. Percussive synth leads the way as Gabriel's one-man electronic extrapolation settles in for a pseudo-melodic set of pulsating surges and distorted vocal fry. A simple synth pulse persists as a growing chorus of electronic noise swarms the rhythm on the introductory track, while gastric bass undertones underlie the next song. Future 5-0 presents with distorted vocals, elastic swing, and a surging momentum pushing this short-lived sonic pulsar into overdrive. Originally found on American Nudism's 2016 demo and recently revisited for upcoming release Negative Space. Quickly switching to a dance-inflected drone, repressed goth vocals emerge from behind the previous microphone distortion on a new song from American Nudism, from their latest EP titled Video Surveillance. With an eerie keyboard playing across the room, a spry bounce evokes the sinister banality of the Silver Shamrock theme music from the unfairly maligned Halloween 3. Up next, a sparkling segue ascends through the speakers before another new song, Negative Space, bubbles to the surface. Just one of a string of hauntingly simple songs to catch the ear during American Nudism's entertaining set. Negative Space drops waves of hypermelodic flash amongst an otherwise psychedelic industrial intrusion. Never rising above a mid-paced romp, American Nudism's final song, Routine, is yet another earworm of slow to mid-pace electronic rock. Like latter-day Nine Inch Nails at half speed on a handful of downers, Routine roils the surface with Mr. Gutierrez's dulcet drone passing amiably with the song's restrained buoyancy. In and out in about 16 minutes, Gabriel Gutierrez's one-man electronic rock couch trip, American Nudism, ensnares the crowd with insidiously catchy bouts of sonic sweetener meshed with lackadaisical digital drone, interstitial extravagance, and insistent tenacity. With the crowd engaged in a punk rock dance party where a mosh pit would usually be, American Nudism's cross-country sojourn would appear to be a rousing success. Closing out the opening night goth-punk rave-up on Skullfest's 10th anniversary is the darkened industrial tendencies of Detroit's Ritual House, mingling the fetid waters of synthwave inclinations and harsh and severe industrial. Ritual House perfectly conclude a varied night of bleak and goth-tinged musical clatter. No Witnesses from 2014's Turkish Leather opens the show. Inaugurated by an eerie build, the song soon settles into an insidious flow, like synthesizing John Carpenter's monotone Halloween refrain through a dirty industrial hostility. Through the slow-burning creep, Paul Banchel's overwrought vocal power hints at Ogre from industrial legend Skinny Puppy, and that significant Canadian band's ever-present influence will arise again and again throughout the set. Up next, 2016's Bound by Light nervously skitters from the stage. Drawing from all corners of synth-driven musical madness, Bound by Light offers up a more strident and forceful momentum. Initial shadows of Depeche Mode give way to a pulsing, surging cudgel of driving bass undertones, sharp-barked lyrics, and an omnipresent squall of distortion from Banchel's guitar. Blood Red Moon, from the band's most recent work, 2017's Their Body, serves up treble-soaked guitar and an undead vocal intonation. All the while, Ben Saganaw's persistent bass competes for attention with an understated yet insistent digital rhythm keeping the pace. Slow-paced and methodical, The Taste of You begins to move from the stage in no hurry whatsoever. Returning to their Turkish Leather sophomore release on this song, shades of John Carpenter's masterful soundcraft once again provides the framework for a dark and sinister journey through Ritual Howl's sonic world. Dour vocals echo in the glacially paced gloom, while sparse and sickly guitar work adds to the sonic malaise in glorious fashion. Following The Taste of You, 2016's Scatter the Scars extends a spry interplay between the beat and a strong and dominant bass. A persistent noise and scrape highlight the simmering tensions as Chris Samuels delivers a disorienting swoon of sound to underline the entire song. Turkish Leather opens with a Nick Cave baritone spoken word draw playing out over a jangly and sordid instrumental ramble before the song slowly slinks from the stage. A muted drum program from Samuels provides a cold and consistent pulse for this 2014 track. Festering unease shapes the musical flow on Turkish Leather, and morose post-punk belligerence inflects Bandcell's vocals on this surprisingly claustrophobic earworm. From 2016's Into the Water, Park Around the Corner hits with a touch of languid funk playing across Saginaw's bass, while haunting guitar and synth work from Bandcell and Samuels soon emerge to help shape the disorienting atmosphere. Calmly self-destructive bass and synth heaves forth on one ominous occasion to apocalyptic effect before the song runs its course. Next, the final song of Ritual Howl's dark and foreboding set soon gets underway. A slow build gives way to mid-paced, bass-driven buoyancy. Like a goth-laced carnival barker, Bandcell's voice commands slyly understated attention while the band throngs around with a dank and enveloping throb. An intense performance from an outstanding band, Ritual Howls deliver an engrossing set of evocative, synth-driven, darkened rock, as informed by John Carpenter's influential soundtrack work as it is by harsh industrial auteurs Skinny Puppy. Detroit Ritual Howls offers a severe and cinematic set that perfectly caps a night of dark and discordant musical expression. With a full weekend of performances yet to unfold, Night 1 of this year's Skullfest is etched indelibly in cemetery stone, starting with local post-punk collective Death Instinct and continuing through the potent streetwise gloom of Boston's Sisters of Shadow and the eccentric bounce of Olympia's one-man freak machine American Nudism. The show's undercard offers a varied and engaging prelude to the night's feature presentation. Delivering an evocative set of industrialized darkwave, Detroit's Ritual Howls concludes the night with a uniquely haunting power captured through their forceful performance and shadowed intent.